Flosstube, welcome back to my channel. It is Tuesday, May 28th, 2024, and I feel like I'm way overdue for an update. So this morning seemed like a good time, even though I don't know that I have the best light, but we're gonna power through and see where we get. It has, I think my last video was in February, so I do have quite a pile of whips sitting here, a few finishes, just a little bit of haul, mainly just some kits that I've ordered. Everything else that I've purchased since February has kind of been filed away already, which I think is fine. I don't think that you guys necessarily need to see every piece of fabric or thread of floss that I buy. So we will just power through and see where we get. So I don't have any big life updates. I've been busy, but mainly just work and life, nothing serious, nothing too important going on. I think I'm just gonna dive in and start with some finishes. Sound like a plan? Let's go from the top. So in my last video, I had shown this is One Flower's Bloom from the Proper Stitcher. I stitched this twice. So one version is for me right here, finished as a little pillow with just some pretty backing fabric. The other one was finished and stitched the exact same way, and I used that as a retreat small. I went to a retreat hosted by my local Samplers Guild in March, and that was my exchange piece. What I got in the exchange was this cute little Blackbird pillow. It was stitched by Lynn. She also included this cute little fob and these pins. Really cute. So at that retreat, there were also a couple retreat projects. The first was Winter Bird. This is by Under the Garden Moon. I think it was designed specifically for the retreat, so I'm not sure that it's available for the general public. It's to be finished as a cute little needle book. I did get the bird stitched at retreat, and excuse the blue lines, I was gonna cut it out. I realized that I did not center this correctly on the fabric to be able to make the needle book, so I'm gonna have to do some fudging around and seeing if I can make that work out. But it's still a cute little bird. It might end up being just a little pillow. We'll see what happens when I actually sit down and try to FFO it. The second retreat project was this bookmark. So it's done on 14 count perforated paper with DMC floss, finished on just this little ribbon. It's really cute. It was a fun stitch that I finished up after the retreat. Since I'm on the retreat, I'm just gonna pull out the bag. So we were given these bags that you could stitch something on. A little basket to put everything in. I'm just gonna go through what's in this bag since I'm here. The theme of the weekend was birds of a feather, I guess. So we got these cute little bird waxers. Really cute. Little corner gauge. This is a little paper orc container that one of the ladies had made for everyone. We got these beautiful notebook covers. And then there was a little project bag, just one of those mesh bags that you can like get on Amazon that had all our retreat stuff in it. Everything else in here is purchases, so we can go. This was a gift from one of my table mates. Just some, excuse the plastic, needles and scissors. Really cute little stuff. It's been sitting in this bag since I got back. I'll go through the purchases. So what I learned from this retreat weekend is up in North Georgia, there is a shop called the Tudor Rose, which she has a decent amount of cross stitch. It's not, I wouldn't call her a full-on LNS, but she has enough. Because she's got some other gifts, but she's got lots of charts, some fabric, floss. So, I mean, considering the other options that we have in Georgia, it's a nice little store, and I'm glad we were able to get up to it. I made a couple purchases at the store. I got this one from Lila Studio. This is Happy Bee Day. Mainly because I have a friend who raises bees who I think would love that. Her birthday's not till January, so I found this one on her clearance rack. This is 100 Hearts by Samplers Not Forgotten. It's really pretty. And then Samplers and Primitives, the Forest Sampler. Really liked that one. And then at the retreat itself, Dames in the Needle had a pop-up shop, and so I purchased a few things from her. I bought more fabric than what I have here, but I think that that's made its way into projects already. I got the animal cracker. This is Bobbin. And then she had this sampler book from the Kitten Stitcher. This is Most Humble Hands. It's got a bunch of really pretty samplers in it. And then I bought a few pieces of fabric from her. The only one in here is Virginia Mud Pie. This is a 46 count. Really pretty. I got 2 or 3 more pieces, but they're not in here, so I've pulled them out to use on something. So eventually, hopefully, I'll stitch something on it and you'll see it then. So, whoa. Sorry. Dog's moving around over there and almost knocked the stand down. Some other finishes in the last couple months. This is from Erin Elizabeth Designs. This is the American flag. I stitched it on 40 count white Verdal with the called for Dinky Dye silks. And then I got this little stand from Starry Night Studio on Etsy. And so I just finished it on that. I made this little cording. I didn't do a very good job. I'm no Vanna, but it's finished and I still really like it. Another finish, this is from Lila Studios. This is Stitching Verses, or Verses for Stitches, something like that. Any day is a good, spent stitching is a good day. I stitched this on 40 count Swiss Mocha with just silks from my floss, mainly Vicky Clayton silks, but I think I substituted a couple others in. This is also finished on a board from Starry Night Studio, so it has a little easel stand on it. It's just a wood board. I made the cording around it also. This is going to be my StitchCon small. So I love it. I think it turned out really beautiful. And then my last finish was the sampler. This is from my sister's samplers. This is the Ann Richardson sampler. I stitched it on 40 count Swiss Mocha from Grace Notes fabric with the Vicky Clayton silks that are called for. I love this. I love everything about it. The colors are beautiful. It's not even in the frame. I realized that it's just kind of in here. I wanted to see if I liked this frame. and I think I love this frame for it. I did change the name on the bottom. It's Ann Richardson. I changed it to J.L. Richardson because Richardson's my last name. And then, of course, my age, not hers. I love the sampler. And I want to offer the chart up as a giveaway. So I made a working copy when I stitched this. So while this is used, it's gently used. It's actually in really good shape. I don't think you'll have any problems with it. So if you'd like to stitch this, leave a comment below that says, I want to stitch Ann, A-N-N. Please be a subscriber, and I'll do the drawing. Today's the 28th. Let's say May 20th. You have until May 20th to put your name in for that, and we'll pick a winner. So those are my finishes. 11 minutes in and we're already done with finishes. I didn't have that many. Next in my pile is haul. I just have 3 things to show you today. They're kits that I purchased, things that I've kitted up. The first is from Hands Across the Sea. This is the Florence Berry Dickinson sampler. I saw this from Brenda and the Cereal Starter, and I needed it. So I ordered it from Hobby House. I'm not sure if they have more or not. You'll have to contact Hobby House. I have it kitted with a piece of coffee stain from Cedar River Linen to stitch that on. And I purchased all the 103 silks, which are, there's more of them in this bag, but they're loose. So everything's in this project bag ready to go. So hopefully that will be a new start here in the next couple of months. My next purchase was the exclusive to the Homespun Needlework Facebook group. This is from Stacy Nash, the Rose Hill Farm Sampler in Pinkeep. So it came kitted up from Acorns and Threads. So fabric, floss. They included a little notebook and a corner gauge. I didn't realize there's a corner gauge in there. So join that group if you're not in it. They put exclusives up to the group every couple of months, if not more often. The most recent exclusive was from Whilst I Was Naps, which I did not buy because I'm feeling a little overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that I have right now, so I didn't purchase that one. But it's a beautiful sampler, and I'm sure that they will have some more things come up. And my next bit of haul was from Katie Straken Embroidery. This is her conversion for the Stacy Nash Pinkeep. So everything's in here, down to the ribbon to finish this. So this is her silk conversion. And then of course I had to go out and buy the chart. This is just the PDF of it, of the chart. So that's what the original looks like. And there's Katie's conversion. So I am very much looking forward to stitching that, and hopefully we'll do so and then shortly. Okay. Now whips. I have a pretty big pile of whips. Not as big as I had imagined for since my video was in February. I have been doing pretty good about focus stitching. So Ann Richardson was a big focus for me to get done. I have another sampler I'll show you in a minute, which I want to get done by the end of June. And I think I've been making pretty good progress to be able to do that. First up, one of my friends wanted to start hands-on design Botanical Bee for her birthday. So that's Pam Wilson with Wilson 3D Designs. It was her birthday last month and she wanted to start this chart. So I've just been pulling stuff from Stash. So here is my measly little start on it. I think I've been using all silks from my stash, and then this is a 32 count something. I'm gonna guess it's a color on cotton, but I'm not 100% certain about that. My next, almost a finish, it will be a finish next month, is from JBW Designs. This is Stitching in the Round. I said in my last video that my StitchCon table is planning to finish this all together. So I have it all done except for one little center motif where this little space is. There's another pair of scissors that'll go there. So this is 25 count Reese from Grace Notes Fabric. I stitched 1/1 using Almond M&M silks. That one will is almost done. I'm behind on Whipco. I didn't stitch any of my Whipco projects in May, but I did work on a few of them before May. So the first was from Satsuma Street. This is Myrtle. And I didn't get a lot done on this, but I put a few stitches in, so it made it to the whip pile. Here's where we're at. This is 32 count Astonishing from Fiber on a Whim, and I'm using the called for Cosmo threads. And then we have the Maker and the Mender from With the Needle and Thread. And I got even less done on this one. My Whipco goal was to finish this top row, and this is where we got. So not much. I'm not sure what I've stitched since I showed this last, but it's not much. But I love this chart and do want to get back to it this year. Excuse me. This is the Sampler House from the Scarlett House. This is in my was in my 24 widths to finish or to work on in 2024, and also a Whipco project. And this is where we are in this. My Whipco goal was to finish the house, and you can see we did not make that goal. So we're still working on it. This is a 32 count color and cotton. I don't remember the name of it. I think it might have been a limited edition anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And those are the called for threads. And I happen to have an extra copy of this chart, so it'll also be a giveaway today. This is the Scarlett House Strawberry House. If you want to win this, be a subscriber and comment strawberry below, and we will also make the drawing for that on June 20th. So it's a beautiful chart. That house seems intense, but it could just be that I don't necessarily like stitching houses. So I've had a couple kind of unexpected new starts. They weren't really on my radar to start, but something drew me to them. The first is Humming of the Bees by Blackbird Design. And I started it on, this is, I think it's the called for 36 count belt from Picture This Plus with the called for threads. And that's my little start. I do need to go back and focus on this a little bit because it is a fun stitch and I love the sampler. It's beautiful. Next up is my journey piece for the year, which is Little Robin Designs, the Charming Cow Sampler. I fell in love with this at retreat last year and knew that I had to stitch it. So I'm stitching this on 40 count Cedar River linen tephra with all the called for overdyes. It is very wrinkly, but here's where we're at. So I was basically, what I've been doing is 2 rows a month. I picked out this row because I can't decide what to put there. It's initials, and I don't think that I want the initials as charted. I think I want them to make them more specific to my family, but I haven't decided what to put there yet. So I need to figure that out and get back to this one because I didn't get as much done in May on that as I wanted to. So I need to catch up. For my journey, I need to have it done by October. So my goal is to have it done by October 1st. So we'll see. I think I can do it. I just need to get back and focus on it. Back in March, I worked pretty heavily on the Rose Band sampler from Samplers and Primitives. I saw this on the Addicts Flosstube and needed it in my life. So here is also very wrinkly. So I have the rose done and I'm almost done with the top band. So I think there's 2 more bands to go across there. It's so pretty. This is 40 count Athos from Tropical Stitches with the called for DMC. So it's beautiful and probably should be a June finish if I would just focus on it. One that really has captured my attention this past month is Faith from Summerhouse Stitchworks. This was one of my favorite market releases, and she's getting ready to release Hope in the next couple of weeks. So I'm hoping I can pick up a copy of Hope at StitchCon. And I have enjoyed every stitch of this piece. So here's where I am. I'm stitching this on 40 count. I think it's Milk and Honey or Cream and Sugar. I think it's Milk and Honey from let me see. Fiber on a Whim Milk and Honey. It's the called for fabric, and I'm using the called for DMC. So I've got some threads hanging, but I think I might have a mistake down here is why I stopped working on it a couple weeks ago, or a week or so ago. So I need to go back and figure out if I actually have a mistake and fix it and keep going with that. This past Saturday, the 25th, was my birthday, and I started the Scarlett House Floral Motif Sampler. I love this. I've seen it stitched a couple of times, and every time I see it, I want it. So here is my little start on it. I'm stitching it on 36 counts. I don't know what this fabric is. I bought it at a pop-up shop, and unfortunately they cut the tags off of it when they cut out the fat quarter. I think I want to say it's a Fiber on a Whim, but I really don't know. And I'm using the Vicky Clayton Silk Pack on this. So I love it. It's so pretty. That border is done with a Vicky Clayton black silk, and it's good. It's got good coverage, and it's, I don't know, her silks are so nice to stitch with. Everything just fell down. It's okay. Yesterday was Memorial Day, and for whatever reason I felt like I needed a patriotic start, so I had come across my copy of Sweet Land of Liberty, the Blackbird design, and I started Abigail, I think it's called Abigail's Salute to Abigail. That's what it's called. I can show you, but here's a better picture. I love this. I've also seen this one stitched a couple of times, and it is beautiful. So I had previously purchased the silks for this. So they are the Thread Gatherer Silk colors. Really pretty. It's just 4 colors, so it's a good silk purchase. If you're not a silk stitcher, I recommend it. And I started it on 40 count needle and flax. This is Mackinaw Fudge, so it's kind of a dark brown, but this fabric's also great. So I feel like once I dive into this one more, it's gonna be a focus stitch, and I'm gonna want to finish. Like I feel like it's one that's gonna really draw me in, and I'm gonna enjoy every stitch of that. So I'm glad I decided to start it yesterday. And then my final whip has kind of been my focus of this month, and I want it done by the end of June. This is from Little Robin Designs. This is Marianne Bennett 1847. I got this as a kit at a retreat last year. So I'm using the called for fabric. It's a 40 count cream and sugar by Fiber on a Whim with the called for overdyes. This was a WIPCO goal, and my WIPCO goal was to finish the border, and I made that. And then the last couple of weeks I've been working on motifs. Pretty wrinkly, but here's where we're at. So I'm making really good progress on this. So I'm on this motif down here, which is this flower. So then all I have left really is that big red flower and a couple other little things. So I think this, if I stay focused on it like I have been, this will definitely be a June finish, which will be wonderful. I love everything about this. When I saw the model, she had the model and the original at retreat, and it's beautiful. And the more and more stitches I put on this, the more and more I love it. So it'll be a finish. So that's all I got. Quick video. I feel like I talked pretty fast. I'll watch this back, and if I did go too fast, I will re-record it later on. But hopefully I don't need to do that. I mean, sometimes a quick little floss tube is not a bad thing, right? I'm going to be packing for StitchCon in the next couple of weeks. I will be at Weekend B. If you're at Weekend B, I'm going to try to do some kind of, I don't know, special something for if you're a viewer and you come up and say you love my videos. I feel like I need to have something for you. I can't guarantee that yet because I haven't put anything together. But if I have time in the next couple weeks, that might be something that I do, because I think that would be really nice. And I appreciate every single one of you that watches my videos, especially if you come back to watch it again, because I feel like sometimes they're chaotic and a little bit, I'm not the best camera presence, and I realize that. But I do appreciate all of you and you watching my videos, and I hope that everyone is well and that you're getting a lot of stitching time in, and hopefully it won't take me 4 months to come back and film another video. I'm going to try to get some more finishes in June, so that might be a good driver for me to come back and film some more. Remember, if you want to win the giveaways, there's Ann Richardson sampler. It's a gently used version copy of that chart, but if you'd like to stitch it, say you want to stitch Ann, and Strawberry House, if you'd like to stitch that, say I want to stitch Strawberry, or just say Strawberry. Singular Strawberry is what I'll search for to award that. I'll do that drawing about June 20th. So be a subscriber and make a comment below if you want either one of those charts. I guess that's it. I probably should go to work. So I hope everyone's well, and I will hopefully see you soon.